Ow! Ow! Oh! Why do you hurt so much? Why does your love hurt? Mm-hmm. Hi. Okay. I love you too. I love you too. Oh boy, my throat. Oh. Hi. Oh. Hi. 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 I love you. Okay, you're good. We're good. We're good.
You're right.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Fracture Compass fans? I'm Mike.
I'm Bree.
And we have a lot to discuss again.
I know. Things are happening so fast, just one right after the other. Boom, boom, boom.
I know. It's almost stressful trying to keep up with everything.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. And we are already at the end of July, basically. Tomorrow's July 20th. And August hits, and I think our first thing that we're doing together for Fracture Compass is August 20th is Horror World.
Yes.
So, I mean, we're not even waiting to go into September.
Mm-mm.
We're already there. So,
yeah. Oh, that is gonna be our first thing that we're gonna do together.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I think, what was it, 2019, the first thing we did together was Midsummer Screams Haunts.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we got that really good scare.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got that really good
Yeah.
scare, and then I was behind it, and I was like, oh my goodness. So, first and foremost, guys, since these things are happening and we're starting to go out to see them, we're going to put out that challenge again. You guys see us, scare us. Try.
Oh.
It is really hard. It is hard. But there are moments. I'm not going to say that I haven't gotten scared by things and that you haven't gotten scared by things.
Yeah. Let's just jump right into it and talk about Knott Scary Farm, which they released a trailer this week.
They released a trailer. We played it. If you guys haven't seen the trailer, hit up the last video that we put out. We put the full trailer up there. It was an amazing trailer.
Yes.
And I literally was looking at the end of it where they were digging up Knott Scary Farm for 2021. Like, hey guys, time to wake up. And the only thing that I thought in my head, other than the fact that it was an amazing trailer, it was awesome and gave me the chills, was I wish there was a 2020 grave and he'd just spit on it.
That would have been great. That would have been great.
But,
I mean, they were doing a nod to 2020, like how we didn't get it that last year. No? You don't think so?
Is that how you took? I mean, you can interpret it either.
That's how I took it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I mean, like, I feel like looking at certain things, especially when things are cryptic like that, because it was, I think, meant to be a cryptic trailer for the most part. It's like a poem, man. However you interpret it, that's how you interpret it.
That was beautiful, Bree.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that we would have gotten something so deep from this one right here?
High school
I'm just
English.
kidding.
High school English. Okay?
I took AP.
I don't even remember who my teacher was, but I remember him, like, telling us, however you interpret that poem.
You know what? I'm just going to say this doesn't have anything to do with the Halloween announcements, but if you want, like, words of wisdom, and it's short, clean, straight to the point, just go to Bree for it. So whenever I'm going through a hard time, I'll just go up to Bree and be like, this is what's happening. And she's like, oh. And she'll just, like, spout something out of her mouth that's really poetic, and it's, like, 2 sentences. And I'm like,
you know,
wow, that just makes so much sense.
I'm actually a 1,000-year-old immortal, and I've just lived through it.
I know, yeah. So, telling you guys, if you guys need advice, go to Bree. But yeah, that trailer was awesome, and basically what they announced is that we're going to be getting more announcements, every week?
I'm hoping. So, I mean, this one was the 15th. I'm hoping the 22nd, maybe every Thursday they put out an announcement. That would be really, really cool. Speculations, obviously, the newest mazes are going to come back.
Mm-hmm. Waxworks.
For sure. Yeah, Waxworks for sure. It was a beautiful maze.
I know, it was so beautiful.
It wasn't like I think for you it was your favorite maze.
Loved the aesthetic of
Yeah.
Waxworks. Loved it.
And for me, obviously, it was Origins, with my obsession and love with Ghost Town. So, but not to say that Waxworks wasn't any better. They were very
Yeah.
two different mazes. So, but they're both beautiful in their own way.
Yeah, I just, I think that Waxworks photographed so well. And I'm excited again to go through it with our new cameras because we're bringing, just better cameras, I think, this year to all the events. And so I just think we're going to be able to photograph the mazes better. It'll be less grainy looking. My camera, I shoot in 4K. We're bringing another 4K camera for Bree to use that does really well in low light. And so I just feel like I'm just excited to revisit those mazes with these better cameras so that way we can, just have better footage of them.
Absolutely.
Origins is also a very beautiful maze, but it's a much darker maze in my opinion.
Very dark. It's very dark. Waxworks wasn't as dark, and you can tell that money room when you got into the boiling pots.
Yes. The expensive room.
The expensive room, you could tell. It was bright. It was very bright because you had that glowing from the pots and everything.
Yeah.
But Origins is a more darker story.
And it's also I feel like it fits the theme of the maze better because it's moody. But I feel like with our low light cameras, we're going to be able to better capture Origins, and I feel like that's going to be exciting.
So. Yeah. I hope so.
So obviously we want those two back. Obviously, I think they're going to be back. I have some speculations that other mazes are going to be back because last time I visited Knott's Berry Farm, I did see some returning facades that have not been taken down.
We did. Obviously, I think the Depths is going to come back. I don't think there's going to be a lot of changes just because of 2020. But there hopefully will be more entertainment.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be room for that. I know in the past we've talked about how amazing Elvira is and the Queen of Halloween.
I miss her.
I miss her too, but I think she has a high price because of who she is, and she should.
Yeah, I mean it's Elvira.
But now that she's retired from that, what other things? And we got Puppet Up last year, which was amazing.
I missed it.
No, you missed it?
I missed Puppet Up.
Oh my god.
So that is actually, thank you for bringing that up. If Puppet Up comes back, after we do the new maze, which I think there's going to be a new maze, which is where Shadowlands was, I think.
Yes, I mean, I went out, got footage of it.
Oh, you did?
The other day. So let's look at it right now, just before we talk about that.
Wow, look at that. Oh, look, wow.
But I mean, basically what you're looking at is these walls are very, very high. And then what you can see inside is kind of like this housing infrastructure. So I have no idea. I have no idea what it's going to be. Honestly, I have no clue. So it's going to be very exciting and very interesting to go through it this year.
Yeah.
Because it's just, is it going to be themed towards where it is? Because that's kind of what the realm of what we're doing right now in Scary Farm, making this kind of congruent universe.
Yes.
Or is it going to be something completely different because it could stand alone where it is in that back area. So
and that's the thrill of it is
no, it is.
Honestly, half the thrill of Not Scary Farm is the anticipation building up to it and the speculation and not knowing. At least in my opinion.
Yeah,
I love just picking apart the clues. What was I saying? Oh, Puppet Up.
But Puppet Up. Let's lead back to Puppet Up. Now that we're off of that. Back to that. I totally thought you went to it.
No, I did not see
I missed it too. Well, obviously because I was working.
I watched videos of it, but I'm saying if once we hit up all the new mazes, Puppet Up is the next thing to do. I don't care. I'm going to Puppet Up because it looked like so much fun.
And there's who knows what's going to be replacing the hanging, if the hanging is gone because of that whole projection that they put up last year with an ending date of 2019. So if that's gone, what's replacing that? Or is nothing replacing that? I feel like 2021 is anybody's game right now.
And 2020 may have thrown a wrench into everything.
It threw a monkey wrench into everything, and so we're all just kind of anticipating what's going to be coming. And for me, if there's quality over quantity, I'm okay with that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And either way, we're getting Not Scary Farm still in some capacity. We are spoiled and we're used to having like 9 or 10 mazes and all these shows, but you know, I'll take anything after 2020. I'll take whatever we get. And as long as it's not another drive-thru. I love the drive-thrus. I did, but I'm over it.
I was gonna mention that. Are these drive-thrus gone?
Probably.
Like I mean probably, because everybody's just going back to their respective areas, like where they came from. But at the same time, it's all like, is anything like that going to show back up? And I feel like if it was, they would have announced that. I mean, obviously LA Haunted Hayride is coming back because they were there. Where they come back, like, who knows? But, you know, Urban Legend Haunts? I don't
Well, in Pumpkin Nights... No, not Pumpkin Nights.
Pumpkin Nights might come... Maybe?
Might come back. And then also, there was a little, like, interesting thing. Back in April, there was this event called Sugar Rush that was going to be a drive-thru in Woodland Hills in LA that we went to.
Right.
And then, like, a month before it was supposed to open, they were like, hey, by the way, it's not a drive-thru anymore, it's a walk-through. And then we just walked. It was like a walkthrough experience.
And I remember seeing your video. It was really cute.
So they might do stuff like that. I know, like, the Night of the Jack, I think, was originally a walkthrough. I could be wrong, but they might just continue to do that.
Remember when we went to LA, though? We saw the Pumpkin Nights, like, thing that was cute. So that's probably...
It's like
that's always a thing, though, right?
But that would have been a drive-through.
Yeah, it would have been a drive-through.
You know? But yeah, so that's also an interesting question. For me personally, though, like... If I can walk through it, and I'm gonna do it.
For sure.
You know.
For sure.
But yeah, Not Scary Farm. Lots of fun and interesting things happening. So we will definitely keep you guys posted if any new announcements happen. And, you know, give us your theories on what you guys think is going to be happening this year, because we'd love to know. Comments down below.
That's right. So, let's move on to Universal Studios.
Let's move on to Universal Studios.
Let's move on to Universal Studios.
Because we got some things to discuss.
Okay.
You go first. Go ahead.
I will go first. So, they came out, obviously, with the original house. No, Haunting of Hill House. Why did I say house? Haunting of Hill House, which, by the way, still watching. I am past episode 6. I just have 7, 8, 9, 10 to go. It was a very, very busy weekend with the announcements and editing and everything like that.
Are you enjoying
a bunch of other stuff. I'm enjoying it. It's messing with my sleep. It's messing with my sleep. I'm actually having nightmares. Yes. I'm going to tell you, yes, it's messing with me.
This is the one. Hold on. This is so weird.
One.
Why is this the one? Because you watched Insidious and you were like, you watched The Conjuring and you're like, it was scary, but...
Because those are so predictable.
Oh.
So predictable. Haunting on Hill House, not predictable.
No.
I told you. There's stillness, there's quiet, there's that predictable setup of a jump scare, and then it doesn't happen. And then it happens 2 seconds later where you never thought it was going to come from. I have a fear of dark hallways. I always have as a child. And I don't know if you guys believe in, like, the supernatural or anything, but I swear to you, in my old house, like, I was afraid to walk down this hallway, and I swear to God, this lady would sometimes be in my room, like looking at things, and I would just walk in and then I would just walk out. Like, she never looked at me. But you're like,
let's just respect each other's space.
Yeah, like, you do you, and I'm gonna go back in the living room with my mom and dad. But but, like, so hallways, even this hallway that, like, faces like, the room, the studio right now, there's a mirror at the other end of it. I don't like mirrors.
Yeah.
So, I don't like hallways. So, there's a lot of hallways in Hill House. There is, like, pivotal moments that happen in hallways.
Yes.
In Hill House.
That is true.
So, like, it's crazy. When the mom first starts, you really, really see the mom first start going crazy.
Ooh, spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler. I'm not going to say what happens, but that all takes place in long hallways. So it's oh my God, I think it's crazy.
What's interesting to me is that I didn't find the show scary as so much. There were creepy moments, but I just found it really sad.
Well,
and like not sad like a show that like it's still good, but like I found myself getting teary-eyed in a lot of moments. Like
there are some hard moments and there are some things that you see that reflect absolute real life and mental illness and everything like that. So I can see why that sadness is, but I think I've dealt with that a lot, that I'm really looking at that horror aspect of this, and oh my god, you guys. Oh, I don't want to say it because I don't want to spoil it for people.
yeah, don't spoil it.
I won't spoil it for people, but there's a moment in episode 6 where the dad turns back around and a ghost is standing there, and I just looked at it and got so upset. I'm like, go away. Like, we don't
I know what you're talking about.
Do you know the moment I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna say it.
Say it.
I'm
Just
gonna
say
say
it.
it. Spoiler alert. If you don't want to listen to it, don't listen to it because you probably already watched it. It's 2 years old already. But there is a moment where their sister has died. The casket is there. She is laying there, and the dad turns around, and mom is now obviously dead. And mom is standing there, eyes glowing, and she's just like looking. And I'm just like, off, mom.
Are you sure that wasn't Nell?
No, it wasn't.
It
because
wasn't?
Nell was always bent neck.
Got it.
Yeah, Nell was always bent neck. It was mom.
Okay.
It was mom.
It's been a while.
She had her hand on on Nell's casket, and she was looking back at the father, and I was just like, go away. Like, nobody needs you right now.
She's part of the fam? Okay.
No, she's
Listen.
not. My theory is she is now like the head guru of the house. Okay? And she's not looking back like, I'm so sad. She's looking back like, look what I did.
Okay.
Like that's the look.
Okay. Good theory.
Anyways.
I just like the show because it touches upon very hard topics, and I think horror is a really good outlet for, talking about real things and showing real life problems. And Haunting on Hill House does that beautifully. But again, Mike Flanagan, anything he does is fantastic. Mike Flanagan's the creator of Haunting on Hill House. He did The Haunting of Bly Manor. He's doing a new show coming out called Midnight Mass on Netflix. It's supposed to be scary. He also did Doctor Sleep, which I thought was a fantastic sequel to The Shining. Same style, same filming style, same editing style, and I think you might like it because it's Mike Flanagan, but it is heavy. However, sorry, we got so off track here.
We totally did. I just had to show that moment. But let's keep talking about Universal.
Yes. Let's go back to that, because that's what you guys are wanting.
So I ran into Mondo from Five Fires and at Disneyland the other day, and he showed me a picture of the book, which now has the title of Bride of Frankenstein. So we know in Parisian Square that is where Bride of Frankenstein is going to be, but I'm all like, wow, never would have thought that.
We were thinking like Creepshow, Babadook, stuff like that. But now it makes sense. It's like a story.
Yeah.
And the thing I'm most excited about, The Bride of Frankenstein Lives, that's the name of it, right? Is that I just love when Universal does classic monsters. That is what they are known for. That is where their horror roots come from. And I feel like they really are passionate about it. So I have yet to be really disappointed with any Universal Monsters maze that Universal has put on. Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman was great. Classic Universal Monsters maze, great. And so I'm just excited to see them do The Bride of Frankenstein, because when we did the classic Universal Monsters maze back in 2018 or 19, I forgot which year it was. There was a section of that maze which was the laboratory, and Dr. Frankenstein was, making the bride come alive, and Frankenstein was there, and it was such an awesome scene.
Yeah. Such
an awesome scene. And I think when you leave Universal Studios at Halloween Horror Nights, they have people that take like surveys at the end, and I think the reason why we're getting this maze is because it did well on the surveys. Because if I remember correctly, they asked like, what was your favorite part of this maze? And then you tell them, and I think a lot of people said the Bride of Frankenstein part was the coolest parts. So I don't know. I mean, that could be it, but I'm excited for that. What do you feel about it?
First and foremost, let's check out this trailer.
Let's check it out.
Anyways, so I'm ecstatic. Everybody knows I love creature features, so I'm ecstatic. The one thing that Jackie was talking about is the 3 brides of Dracula being shown in there.
The brides are always really scary, I feel like.
Intense. They're more intense than Dracula.
Yeah, like Van Helsing's brides.
Yeah.
I don't want to get bit by them.
No.
I'd much rather get bit by Dracula.
Like Dracula's just like done. Like got the meal, moving on, have things to do. The brides are like, I'm gonna play with you.
Yes, they're like cats.
Yeah, like I'm just gonna bat you around. We're gonna see how much pain I can put you in before I just finally get tired of you and then toss you off to the side.
And that's like, true, because even in Bram Stoker's Dracula, which is a great movie by the way, the brides are like that. They're very like they're playing mind games with Jonathan Harker or whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah. Oh man.
So interesting.
Yes.
Yes. Scary. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Scary. Okay? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you both something, alright?
Okay, you tell me.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you all both.
You tell me.
Okay? Every time they announce Texas Chainsaw Massacre is gonna be a maze, I'm like, we've already gone to Texas Chainsaw Massacre maze. We don't need a new one. And it ends up being the scariest maze out of all the mazes. Every time there's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre maze, it gets me the best scare. And maybe it's because, first of all, I don't like chainsaws. But when chainsaws are, like, in the streets, like, if someone's, like, chasing me with a chainsaw, like, just, like, in the park, I'm like, whatever. But if there's a chainsaw in a maze, I can't run or do anything about it. It just gets me. Plus, I think Leatherface is scary. And we have a history with me being scared in Texas Chainsaw.
We do. That's where... This dude how much did he do? He must have been like 6'5" or something.
God,
like,
he was
comes
so tall.
out just like this, and you just were like, no. This is the famous dance.
Apparently, when I get really scared, I do a little dance, and I like jog in place.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what else to do with my body, and it doesn't happen often. It's not like a performative thing, right? Like, you really have to get me for me to do the dance, and I don't do the dance often, do I?
I've only seen you do the dance really once, and that was the best scare that I've seen. That you just got
I guarantee you, I will do the dance in this Texas Chainsaw Massacre maze. When they announced it, I was like, "Fuck."
No, I was there too, and I'm just like. Now, don't get me here's the thing, guys. Don't get me wrong. If I was actually trapped in a house with people who wore other people's faces and was gonna chop me up with a chainsaw and terrorize me, yeah, I'd be scared. Okay? But for some reason, I don't get as excited for the Titans of Terror as I do the Universal monsters.
No.
Like, I just don't. So I know Texas Chainsaw has been done many, many a time. And I hope that we're taking it to another level. Right. That it is scary. But again, that's my personal opinion, my personal feelings. The Titans of Terror, Freddy, Jason, is it the Sawyer family? Because I just Sawyer family. The Sawyer family, like all this, I'm just kind of like.
Well, and that's the thing I'm saying is like when they announced it, I'm like whatever, but I know I can't really talk all that much shit on it because it's gonna give me the best jump scares, and it consistently always does. Like there's never a time when I don't go into a Texas Chainsaw Massacre maze, and I'm like.
But the thing is I'm probably gonna be super nervous to go in it. Right. Because of what it is. Yes. You know, because you are. The whole point is to be chopped up.
But I just feel like with all the different horror films coming out, all the new IPs, I wish that they just chose another one. Mm-hmm. But I'm still thankful that we have a Halloween Horror Nights this year, so I'm okay with it. I know I'm going to be scared in it. I just wish that I hope that they change it up. I hope that they, just make it fun, and we'll just take it from there. We have another maze announcement that we have yet to receive, and apparently, from what I've been reading, because they say that Haunting in Hull House, Texas Chainsaw, and Bride of Frankenstein Lives have all been announced, and then on the website it has one more slot open. Mm-hmm. But I've been reading that Universal has already said that that's kind of like an error, and there might be more announcements of mazes.
So there's going to be like 2 more mazes.
Probably. Well,
because we already know that there's definitely 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
It's gonna be Walking Dead.
Oh no. No. People are saying it's gonna be. Well, I don't know. I mean, I think it's gonna be Halloween 3 because we saw the Silver Shamrock sign.
Yeah.
But they took it down. Now I'm not sure.
Ooh.
People are saying it's gonna be Halloween Kills to tie in with the new movie coming out in October. I don't know. People are saying it's gonna be The Exorcist. I've been seeing a lot of theories. I don't know what is happening with Universal
Better
Studios.
Not be The Exorcist.
You did good when you went through it.
I can't. I tried to be brave too, and I like looked over and I'm all, she's not scary. She looks over at me. We were like eye to eye with the devil. And I'm all like, and I'm like, and I literally like just like grabbed somebody's hand really like I didn't even move. I was just like
They had a prop dummy of Reagan. I think her name is Reagan.
Reagan, yeah.
And she was like this, and she just moves forward, and like they did like the strobe light effect, and Brie walks by and she goes, "Fuck that!" and just keeps walking, and I'm like, well, we know how Brie feels about this. You've never liked The Exorcist.
I've never watched it. I won't. I've watched scenes of it. I cannot get the voice out of my head for like a week when I've heard certain scenes. I cannot, will not, no.
I got her this close to watching it one time. I was really like trying to bribe her, but then ultimately we didn't watch it because I didn't want to force her.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I will walk out of the room.
I feel like she's gonna watch it and be like, huh.
No.
One day.
I won't. There are certain scenes I do not like, and I do
Understandable.
not like the face. I do not like the face. I'm doing. This is kind of funny, but it's not. I took a tour of Immortal Masks, and I will be editing that video soon and putting that up because they do amazing work inside that factory. But there was a whole shelf full of Reagans. They call it the Trixie mask.
Oh shit.
But there was a whole thing that they were shipping off, and I was all. I just had to like walk away. Oh man.
Do you know? Sorry, we're like totally. You were talking about all the masks, and it made me just think of something for some reason. Is you know what I wish they would do?
What?
Is the thing maze. I wish that they would do a thing maze because Universal.
Like the new thing or the old thing?
No, the new thing could go die.
Okay, so the old thing,
The
where
Kurt
like
Russell one.
the Kurt Russell one, where like the stomach's like
Yes.
and stuff like that.
Because it's a Universal property, and Universal just announced that they are re-releasing the thing in 4K for the Halloween season.
The old one?
The old one, yeah.
Okay.
They like did like a.
Like they remastered it?
They remastered it in 4K, and I was like, I mean, wouldn't that be cool if we had a thing maze? Because, Universal announced that. I know that's not how it works, but I just like the thing. I would love them to do it. And they could do a good job. It would be expensive, but it would be a very fun practical maze with all the monster effects. But it would be expensive. And we did get a thing maze. I think it was like based off the new one, though. It's called A Thing of Simulation back in 2011.
Alright.
Yeah, we are definitely excited for Halloween Horror Nights. We are waiting eagerly for tickets.
I'm so excited to go tomorrow! But not just because of construction, but I want to see everything. But you guys, my dad's never been to Harry Potter World, and I'm just so excited to take him. I'm so excited.
Get him a butterbeer, but not the
Yes.
slushy version. Get him the regular.
Yes. I'm gonna put up on Fracture Compass, like, my dad's first butterbeer stash. Like,
Aw.
it would be so cute.
And also, your dad is a trooper when it comes to Halloween Horror Nights, Not Scary Farm.
Oh,
He
yeah.
loves it.
He loves everything. We've gotten a ticket to every single event that we were doing this year. He was so upset last year. He really wants to go to Oogie Boogie Bash, and I don't know if we're gonna be able to make
It's
it.
expensive.
It's really expensive, and it's almost actually, guys. If you're looking at going to Oogie Boogie, it's actually almost all sold out.
Do you think it's going to be that way with Halloween Horror Nights? I have a little bit of anxiety about not being able to get tickets. I know I will.
There's gonna be just the first day that they pop up, like, buy your ticket,
Yeah.
like if there's a time that they're gonna release them or whatever, just get on there and buy your ticket. There's gonna be plenty of opportunity to have tickets. Universal isn't restricting any
It's
numbers
because it's Disney,
or access. It's because it's Disney.
Yeah.
And the day that we were gonna go to Oogie Boogie Bash, like, it actually sold out in like 2 days. Like, they released and it sold out in 2 days, and I was kind of like, so the only other day that I could go, because they're only running it on the weekends and everything, there was a Tuesday And the ticket price was like $150.
It was expensive. I got
Yeah.
tickets to go, and it was ridiculous.
Yeah, I was just kind of like...
And like we're not like media on any of these events.
No, so
we pay out of pocket
Yeah.
to get front of the line for everything, so we can film everything. And it's like if you're a haunter and you like to go to these events, you know the struggle. You know the struggle. It's
Yeah.
There's a lot, you know.
It's really expensive, and I just don't...
I saved my tax return
I just don't feel...
for the Halloween season.
I didn't feel like paying $150 to go to Disneyland
Yeah.
because...
Yeah.
But you can still do Halloween time at Disneyland, September 3rd all the way through October 31st. You don't have to buy the specific Oogie Boogie tickets unless you just want to go to Oogie Boogie. Everything is going to be going on. I think the only thing that you're not going to get is the specific show that they're going to be playing there, and you won't get any candy. That's a... And there's... Oh, and the one trail that they do in... which I don't even know if they're gonna do. I think they're gonna do it. Was in the... What's the forest part? Oh my god, I'm blanking right now.
The forest part?
Yeah.
Oh, Redwood.
Yeah.
The
So Redwood Creek Challenge Trail has a special walkthrough that they do.
Oh my god, that's so much fun. Though.
And it's beautiful. I'm gonna say it's beautiful.
Oh, it's so much fun.
It's beautiful. So if there's a chance that we get there, we will get there. But if not, I'm okay. I'll just go to Halloween Town. I will just go to Halloween time at Disneyland during the day.
Yeah.
And it'll be fine.
So a lot of exciting things has been happening, and will continue to happen from this point on. I mean, it's officially like, it just feels like things are back to normal. We're back to making these videos. We're back to getting these announcements. Midsummer Scream is next month. I mean, a shortened version of it, or a smaller version, but still. Midsummer Scream, Halloween Horror Nights is confirmed, Knott's is confirmed, and so we just need to get this ball rolling and buy tickets so that way it even becomes more real. And, you know, another thing that's important to note is, as of 2 days ago, LA County has required people to wear their mask indoors, so that is probably gonna stick for these Halloween Horror Nights. So just be ready, and I want to know if that's going to affect how they design the maze, or if the monsters are going to have to wear masks inside the maze. A lot of what ifs, you know, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
We will report to you as we find out.
It's going to be this one last push, guys, before we can get completely through this.
Mm-hmm.
So just stay safe, stay healthy. I'm ready to get out of this studio and go to an event. Thank you so much for watching us, guys. We really appreciate you.
Yes.
Subscribe if you haven't. Give this video a like. Comment down below on anything that we've talked about or anything that you want to let us know. And always be ready.
Because you never know where your compass will take you.
Bye, guys.
Ooh, spooky things are happening.